Hi there, welcome to my video. Yes, I'm walking beside a camel, and that's what this video is all about. A trek that I did in South Australia with camels. The camels certainly know what this is all about. They're used to trekking. Most of them have been doing this for lots of years, and they're used to each other's company. So they're just waiting patiently for their turn to come out and get all saddled up. Now, it's not only camels that Natalie and Ryan have on the property, but they also have this donkey. Now, he's got a job. He keeps the camels company who are left behind, and there are often camels left behind if they're not needed. One by one, Ryan would go and get a camel, and he'd bring them out ready to get loaded up, and I'll show you some of that in this video.
Sit on things or kick things. So tomorrow morning, things aren't going to be as orderly as this. Things are going to be sort of scattered all over the place. Where they come off is where they're going to stay pretty much. So if you see the camels coming in and there's a milk crate or a bag or something on the ground, don't rush in and try and grab it and move it. The camels will manoeuvre their bodies around it. But if you run in and try and grab a bag or something, by doing that you possibly could spook the camel and they might sort of kick out. And so
this is Dylan. He actually assists Ryan with all the camels, and he came on the trek with us. So this is Taipan getting loaded here. And those milk crates come in very handy underneath support while they're tying it on. So eventually we, as a group of ladies, will be loading the camels just with a bit of supervision. Hard to believe at this stage. So as Ryan and Dylan are doing this, they're giving lots of instruction on how to tie, etc, etc. Of course. There you go, Taipan's all set. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now loaded up. So this is Alf. We've heard about Alf. He can be a little bit of a naughty boy. He's got a funny nose, he's got a crooked hump.
A squeaky nose or mouth?
grinds his teeth.
Oh, really?
So look at Alf. He is the most chilled out you could possibly have.
Someone massage his head.
Yeah. And of course he gets a bit of a head massage. And each saddle is just slightly different, so each camel. Yep. So this one had a.
Yeah. So just at the back of his pedestal. So that's his pedestal there that he's sitting on.
Yep.
So the harder the better.
I was like,
really,
that looks a bit difficult to get that one.
You weren't brave enough to put your hand under there?
No, not brave enough.
So with these girths, they can't go tight enough. As tight as you possibly can.
Yep.
And you always know Alf now because he's got that green harness.
So do they blow out their bellies like horses blow out?
No.
There we go. 2 even bags on there. And they do double check them to make sure that they weigh fairly close to equal.
Something's going on.
Do you ride any of your camels at all, Ryan?
Sorry?
Do you ride any of them?
Not now. When we first started, we used to have a couple for riding.
Yep.
But we can't carry so much wine then, so it's all walking now. And where we're going to usually fairly remote places, and
Yep.
so there's no riding at all now. Yeah.
So who have we got here?
This is Thomas.
Thomas.
Camel Thomas.
Camel Thomas.
So he was born right where our house is over there.
Oh, right.
So the hill up behind you there is Thomas Hill.
Ah.
There's a creek down.
Yeah, So there's Thomas Hill, Thomas Creek. Thomas is one of the sons, and then there's Thomas Camel. So it ended up taking us actually a couple of hours to get each camel done. It was the same routine: brush off the camels, put the rugs on, maybe another rug, put on the saddles, load them all up, check everything. It seemed very laborious, but things did improve as we continued the trek, and you'll see that maybe later in this video. Yeah, and then we were getting ready to go. The ladies were all ready. They had their packs on, and most of the camels had all their gear on. It was just a matter of getting them together in a line, and that in itself was another bit of work that Ryan and Dylan did. And yeah, did it so well. It was really, really great to watch. So it's all happening. We're actually starting on the trek. It's taken us a fair few hours to get all the camels loaded, but now we're off. On leaving the property, we just had maybe 5 or 10 minutes up the road, and then we turned on to the station that we would be trekking through for the next week. It was a huge station, and I'll put how many square kilometres it was on the screen here. But yeah, it was just amazing. It was such a wonderful feeling to actually be off and away. And this is our first gate. Not sure if there'll be more, but we'll find out.
Here, goats. Yes. Or sheep. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, lovely background.
We're away.
On our first day, we just stopped for lunch, and I looked down and there was this blue-tongue lizard, or they called it a stubby lizard, I think. But yeah, Ryan picked him up, checked him out. He was all fine, so we put him down, and he found a nice quiet little spot to nestle down while we had our lunch. Really interesting, because we didn't see much wildlife. Well, after our first lunch on the trail in this beautiful gum tree gorge, we're heading on. It's going to be a really short day today. We didn't leave till after 12. And I'm not sure what time we'll pull up for the night. When we arrive, Ryan said. Is it happy hour?
Yeah.
Oh, good job. Here's a bit for that. We spent our first night just getting to know a little bit about each other, where we were from and what our background was. So that was rather fun, just getting to know the ladies, all from different walks of life. Our biggest challenges so far is doing up the swags, and Caroline and Donna have mastered this. Donna is the knot guru. Girls are really getting into it today. Not quite sure which camel we've got here. We've got a beautiful style. Oh, there's another style. was so much quicker than the previous morning. We were all loaded up, probably an hour quicker. And yeah, everyone was saddled up and all the gear was on the camels and we were heading out of camp. Oh, it was just a beautiful feeling, just even revisiting it. It just gives me the shivers. I'm doing this trek with an organisation called Adventurous Women, and I have mentioned them a few times in my comments. But we all booked on this trip. Some of the ladies had done activities previously with this company, and some of us were totally new. So it was just a perfect chance to do something with only women. There was 10 of us. And yeah, we were from different parts of Australia, right from WA to Queensland. And yeah, it was just a very pleasant way to travel, and all within probably maybe 15 years of each other. So yeah, a very common age group as well. We stopped for lunch. We've got to find a place to stop where there's plenty of vegetation, shade for the people, and yeah, hopefully out of this wind just a little. Where we walked varied quite considerably. Some areas were like this, which were dry and rocky and quite hard on the feet, and then other areas were quite vegetated. So we've pulled up for the night yet again. Quite a different area, quite open this area actually. And one of our highlights was always sitting around the fire and watching Ryan prepare our meals. He did some amazing dinners. And this night it was rice, and then chicken vegetable curry, papadums, and even some tofu. Got the masseuse going on here. So Leonie, who's in the red coat, had done the rest of us. And now Caroline is now the masseuse. So we've got the chocolate bucket.
That's great, perfect. Thank you. Chocolate?
Yes, thank you.
I feel like it's like an orange wafer, like a biscuit, dark chocolate.
And yes, it's another windy day out in the desert, but it wasn't raining and it wasn't really too cold, which was really very, very fortunate. And the camels didn't mind the wind. They still grazed and just enjoyed the moment. They always ate whenever they could. If there was this bare morsel there, they'd be nibbling it. Even as we walked along, they'd always stop and have a little bit of a munch. This morning there was a particularly nice sunrise, and Leonie was sharing some of her photography skills with the other ladies. Great job.
So who have you got, Anne?
Oh, this is Bubbles. We're just leading in the camels so we can load them up for the day. So, yeah. Each one's different. They've got their own personalities. You can circle around, line you up with the others. Good job.
Like as soon as I smell that,
Shake the rope. Yep. Well done. You're a pro.
Boy. This is Bubbles. So Donna's helping Dylan bring this one in. What's this one called, Dylan? Rolly. There you go. Donna's got it down to a T, even with the stick in hand. And every day we got quicker and quicker at packing up, and here we are heading off again. Some with hiking poles, I think all with jackets though. It was still rather cool. Morning, ladies. Morning, ladies. Morning, Linda. Hi. Hi, Em. Hey. Good morning. Good mates back together. Yeah. Good morning. Morning. So there's a bit of wildlife out here, and one of the things they don't want is dingoes. This is actually a dingo camera. I've been walking up this dry creek bed just for a short time, and now we're going up towards the ridge. Minor mishap here. One of these saddles actually came off the camels, but very quickly Ryan and Dylan got them under control, and we were ready to head off yet again. Everything's just seamless. I am so impressed. We can always see the absolute experience and the relationship that Ryan has with his camels. It's just, to me, the best company that I could have ever trekked with, that's for sure. So from the other side here we can see Tanner trying to move in between the front camel and the next one. He is causing a little bit of trouble this morning. He wasn't included in the string because he was too difficult to catch. And that's all about learning how to be a good camel, right? I think they're going to get him into the string this time, which should stop some of the problems that they've been having. He wants to be included. And we're off again with sweet little Tanner slotted in second from the front. He's really sweet, and you can always see him because he doesn't actually carry a saddle. He just has a bit of a harness, and that's all. But oh, he was a gorgeous boy. Got to keep on the right, otherwise I'd have taken it from the other side. As you can see, the scenery just continued to change. You know, a lot of the time, even though we're in dry riverbeds, they were different. Some, like this one, was really quite smooth, and others were quite rocky. Except young Alf decided he's not getting up for anyone. He's just enjoying his lunch break. So let's gonna see what's gonna happen. Alf is still sitting down. And now he's gonna have no choice. He's gonna have to get up. Yep. Camel with attitude.
I know, he waited till the last minute, but...
Gotta love it. You got attitude, Alf. Who, me? And whenever Ryan brings them in, he brings them in and does a half circle and then brings them back in a line. That way they're in a straight line when they're all settled down.
Doing work out there for several decades now, but because they're not the actual fossils you're seeing, it's an imprint of a soft-bodied animal. and you're seeing the top of the animal, so you're not seeing the bottom layer. See, so they were sort of
A lot of WTF moments. The first, what the fuck? What am I doing here?
Just say it.
What the fuck? You know, and I was thinking, really? I heard you. You know, and I'm putting up the tent and I'm going, especially with the wind, fuck this wind, you know, God. But
This video is
accepting
not
that this is
suitable
part
for
of the
children.
experience. So, you know.
Oh, we certainly did have a lot of laughs around the campfire, and it's probably just a good time to finish this video. Now, I didn't think there'd be so many actual posts on this one, but there's just so much that was so special that I do want to share it with you. So hopefully you're enjoying it, and yep, there's more to come. So again, thanks for joining me at Anne's Space. And if you've liked the video, give me a thumbs up, or even better, start following my channel. But that's all for now. So until next time, bye.